Next up is one that I feel like I shouldn't really have to mention, but you'd be surprised how often I see this as an issue. Don't drool on the mouthpiece. I know that hookah is delicious. I know that it can be very savory and wonderful, and you can salivate a bit, but try to keep your mouth fairly dry. This can be helped by drinking water regularly, so that drool doesn't get into the mouthpiece and eventually into the mouth of the person next to you. That's just gross. Now, you can also remedy this by keeping disposable mouth tips on hand. I like to keep a couple in my jacket pocket when I'm going to a lounge or to someone else's house. Everyone should have one so they can switch it out as they get the hose, or if you have a hose with a removable mouthpiece like the Razans or the Nemours or the Asleys or things like that, I like to keep a bunch of acrylic mouthpieces on hand, actually. They're pretty affordable, they only cost a few bucks, and everyone feels that they have their own clean smoking session, and it helps to cut down on the communication of germs, like the cold and things like that, and you don't want people getting sick from your sessions, do you? Now, on the same note of cleanliness, make sure that the mouthpiece and handle never touch the ground. This is considered very rude in the Middle East. This is considered very uncleanly, and it's just bad practice. Keep it in your hand if you're going to be smoking. If you're not actually smoking actively, at most, put it across your lap, maybe. Make sure that the hose and mouthpiece don't actually touch anything like the ground or, like, your chair or something like that. Of course, the length of the hose is going to drag on the ground from time to time, but that really doesn't matter. People aren't putting their hands and mouths on the hose itself, only up here. Now, I am being a bit rude to you right now, because you're the only person joining me on this particular session, but don't blow smoke into other people's faces. It is considered very rude and just generally not a nice thing to do, so regardless of what you're smoking, don't do that. It's a jerk move. Another one I really don't feel like I should have to mention, but you'd be surprised how often I see it happen.